The fans of this sport are built differently. They demand excellence and expect nothing less. Big Ten Wrestling and Beyond is a show dedicated to the fans. Your new home for Big Ten Wrestling is here, and it starts now.
Welcome inside another edition of Big Ten Wrestling and Beyond. Rick Pizzo, thrilled to be joined, as always, by Shane Sparks. Shane, it's hard to believe we are setting up for the final weekend of Big Ten dual action.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. Here we are in February. We got a month away from the Big Ten championships. There's still a lot to be decided. We got a big weekend coming up. Looking forward to breaking down some wrestling.
All right, it is time for weekly headlines, and we start, as we have pretty much every week this year, with the dominant team in the country, Penn State. 2 more wins this weekend. Nittany Lions scoring 64 combined points in wins over Ohio State and Indiana. They're just so dominant, and I know folks are sick and tired of hearing about the fact that they have guys who are simply unbeatable. Then somebody has to go out and beat them, because right now they are the team to beat, and there's no one that's even close.
There was a great crowd on Friday night inside the Covelli Center. Penn State beats Ohio State, but the Buckeyes then on Sunday go to Evanston against a very solid Northwestern team. They win 7 of those 10 matches. Jesse Mendez at 133, a big win over Chris Cannon. Sammy Sasso over Yaya Thomas, and they had a nice win at 157 from Patty Gallagher.
It was also a very nice weekend for Nebraska and a tough scheduling weekend. They win on the road against Illinois and Purdue. And not only do you go with those 2 wins, but you do them on back-to-back nights, wrestling on both Friday and Saturday. Now, some guys didn't go on both nights, but still a great weekend for the Huskers, setting up a massive duel on Friday against Ohio State.
In Minneapolis Friday night, Iowa back in the W column after losing at Penn State last week. They won the first 6 matches. Spencer Lee's 150 in a row. Brody Teskey, a nice comeback win at 133. And at 165, a nice homecoming for Patrick Kennedy, who was a 4-time Minnesota State champion. He wins. Gable Steveson, the champ, gets his ring. Legendary coach Jay Robinson on hand as well. A great night with the Gophers and Hawkeyes.
How cool was it to see Gable Steveson back in town? I'll touch on that in just a little bit with Minnesota's Bailee Reilly, who is this week's guest on Big Ten Wrestling and Beyond. But when it comes to those team storylines, Shane, and I know it seems to come from the Department of Redundancy department, because Penn State is just that good each and every week, we look to find a team that could maybe challenge the Nittany Lions when they're at their best, and we haven't found that team yet.
And I think, Rick, they're getting better. We've seen them a few times here on the network. A really nice win on Friday night against Ohio State. They win the final 6 matches. We know about those 4 national champions. Carter Starachi now has won 41 straight. Roman Bravo Young has won 47 straight. But I think the scary thing with this team is 157 and 165 with Levi Haynes and Anthony Facundo. This team is so good. At heavyweight, Greg Kirkley put up 20-some points this past weekend. Didn't give up a point. Max Dean, a couple of pins. This team, Rick, is actually getting better and picking up momentum, and that is a scary, scary thing for college wrestling.
And you didn't mention another guy at the middleweight, Shane Van Ness, who has turned himself into a very dangerous wrestler as well. No question, Penn State, the heavy favorite heading into both the Big Tens and, more importantly, for Cale Sanderson and the Nittany Lions, the NCAAs. Well, I mentioned this is the last week of dual action inside the Big Ten. And for some teams, well, they're done already. You start to look at Illinois, 4-4 for Mike Poeta's team through their 8 Big Ten dual matches. What do we make of this Illinois season?
I'm excited for Illinois. It's a great high school wrestling state. So if he can keep some of those guys in Illinois, it's going to be really good for him. It's his second year. Last year they were 1-7. This year 4-4, and they fight hard. They beat Wisconsin by 1 point. They beat Michigan State on Sunday by 1 point. They tied with Northwestern, lost in criteria. And if you remember, to start the Big Ten season off, they had a really good battle in Iowa City. Took the Hawkeyes right down to the wire. Good young coaching staff. Mike Poeta, some energy. This is a team to keep an eye out for.
And always keeping an eye out for Lucas Bird, one of the more exciting wrestlers to watch kind of at those lower weights. Nebraska, Ohio State setting up for a massive duel coming up this Friday. We know Penn State is the top dog. Iowa likely to grab the 2 spot because of what they've done against the other teams. But you look at Nebraska and Ohio State. I mentioned Nebraska winning 2 on the road. The Buckeyes bounce back after the Penn State loss with a nice performance against Northwestern. This is kind of a litmus test for both these teams against quality and, I would say, equal level of talent competition.
This is going to be an outstanding duel on Friday night. This could go down as one of the best duels of the season because I could see this one, Rick, going 5-5. Three matchups I'm really paying attention to. 125 with Malik Heinzelman from Ohio State against Liam Cronin from Nebraska. That'll be a good match. 174, undefeated Mikey Labriola and Ethan Smith. And 197, Gavin Hoffman of Ohio State and Silas Allred of Nebraska. What I would say is this. If you are in this dual meet, Rick, it could come down to criteria, match points. So what I want to see from these guys is when you're up by 6 or 7 and it doesn't seem like a big of a deal to get one more takedown, you better find a way to get that one more takedown. Every point will matter in this dual meet. This will be a really good one.
Part of our Friday night doubleheader here on Big Ten Network. As for individual storylines, let's focus on an individual from one of the teams you're talking about, and that's Sammy Sasso at 149. For whatever reason, Shane, I don't feel like he gets the kind of attention that he should get. There are other guys that have done similar things at different weight classes that we talk about all the time. But Sasso somehow seems to fly under the radar, even though he's an All-American.
I remember he was a redshirt freshman. I was in the Ohio State room, and head coach Tom Ryan looked at me, kind of pointed at Sam, and he said, "That's a savage." And he is a savage. He's a 3-time Big Ten finalist. He's a Big Ten champion, a national finalist. This guy's so good on his feet. He's good on top. He can scramble. Right now, he's had a great year. He's chasing down Yanni Diakomahalis and Austin Gomez. But you're right, Rick. This guy doesn't take a second seat to anybody. Coming off a nice win this past week against Yaya Thomas. He's been fantastic.
How about Van Ness and Yaya Thomas? Those are a couple of nice wins over the weekend for Sammy Sasso. Some drama with Carter Starachi, and we don't typically see drama. Now Shane believed that maybe he would go the entire year. I think he made that bold statement in week 1 without giving up a takedown. So he gives up a takedown this weekend, 2 actually, but he gives up his first and then his second as well. And then there was, I don't want to say bad blood against Indiana's DJ Washington, but there were some exchanges. Because
there might have been some bad blood.
Here's the only guy he's ever lost to, right, in his career in a Big Ten duel, and he gets revenge. But it was interesting to see Carter Starachi, because we consider him to be so calm, so even-keeled all the time. He was pretty fired up this weekend.
Yeah, he started the season, Rick, with 62 takedowns. Gave up a takedown Friday night to Ethan Smith, beat the Buckeye. Then he comes back against DJ Washington. As you mentioned, that's his only dual meet loss in his career. DJ Washington actually got the first takedown, and then Carter Starachi finds that extra gear and wins it 11-3. I mean, Carter Starachi is one of these guys, Rick, he just has that dog in him. I mean, that's kind of his personality, and he makes the best of it, and that's why he's so successful.
So much fun. There was a little Twitter exchange, and as you can see, the coaches even needing to come out onto the mat to separate Washington and Starachi at the end of that meet. I love to see the fire. It's not going to go past that.
Sure.
But two guys who clearly have some history and maybe don't like each other so much. Okay, we touched on Ohio State, Nebraska. You touched on one of the duels you're excited about at 174. That includes the king of the weight room at 174. No one is built more solidly than Mikey Labriola, and he is quietly, because of Starachi's dominance, hanging out there as the number 2 ranked wrestler in the country at that weight class.
Yeah, and he's undefeated. Again, this guy with so many great accolades. What I like about him a lot, Rick, is he's really durable. I mean, this guy just shows up. 20 wins again this season. When you look at his wrestling style, he can brawl, he can be very physical, but he can really scramble. I think he's one of the better scramblers in the country. He was in a dogfight against Edmund Ruth on Friday night. Ruth battled back to tie it at 6, and then Labriola a takedown to win it 8-6 and sudden victory. But he's a guy, again, expect big things from him down the stretch. He's a 4-time All-American. He's been there before, and he's going to show up. He just always shows up. He's tough. He's from Easton, Pennsylvania. He brings that Pennsylvania toughness to Lincoln.
I love 174. I know Starachi is the man right now, but I think there are so many guys below him that could be a factor. If not at the Big Tens because he wins it, certainly at the NCAAs. Time for our first break here on Big Ten Wrestling and Beyond. So much still to come. Excited to welcome Bailee O'Reilly, riding a 5-match win streak. The Minnesota senior joins us coming up in just a bit. And a brand new segment, yes, another one. Shane and Seth Gross of Wisconsin are talking technique.
What a big upset brewing here for the Gophers.
And the fans rise to their feet here in the Torrey Pavilion, and he does so. That's 4 straight wins for Bailee O'Reilly.
This is where Bailee likes to be, and he's going to get the 2 points there.
The 11th ranked Bailee O'Reilly gets the Golden Gophers on the board. His 14th victory of the season.
It has been a great stretch for this week's guest. Minnesota's Bailee Reilly has won 5 in a row. You saw the wins over Edmond Ruth and backed it up with a win this past weekend over Iowa. Bailee, I do want to go back 2 weekends ago in that win over Ruth of Illinois because you snapped his 20-match win streak. Knowing the role that he was on, what was your approach heading into that match?
Yeah, I knew going into that match that I had to go out there and wrestle my pace, my match. I know just kind of from just my coaches and watching a little bit of film that he kind of likes to slow things down a little bit, so I knew I had to go out there and be aggressive right away, push the pace, get after him, and I felt that after that first takedown, I felt really good, felt comfortable kind of in the driver's seat, and I kind of controlled the rest of the match. But I knew I had to focus on, again, wrestling at my pace, and I knew good things would happen.
When you went back and watched it afterwards, what were you most pleased with?
I think I've always been really tough on my feet, but being able to kind of step up my game a little bit on top more this year and being able to pick up riding time points against really tough guys is crucial. So being able to get the riding time point and really be tough on top, I think in that match was able to obviously score a takedown, get a riding time point, and then obviously escape. So being able to score from all areas, I think, is something that really stood out to me in that match.
Listen, it was a great win. It would be a great win on any day, but it was also senior day. It was a special day for guys like you, Michael Blockus, Jake Berglund. How much more special did it make it to win on that day with all the support that all of you had in the crowd?
Yeah, it was awesome. I thought we all wrestled really well as a team, so that just was kind of like the cherry on top to have everybody go out and compete really tough. But having my family and friends there, and kind of one of the last home duels to compete in front of the home crowd, it was emotional, but I was also just really excited and just thankful for the opportunity to go out there and compete against a really good opponent and then go out there and get the win. So I was really excited, and it was a great way to kind of close out my senior year.
And you did obviously get to come back home to wrestle a really good opponent in Iowa this past weekend. Now, as a team, you lose the first 6 matches, but you go out and then you set the tone for the rest of that duel. You win, and you close by winning the final 4 matches of the duel. How did the team feel coming out of that duel with Iowa?
Yeah, I think Iowa's obviously a really tough team, up and down their whole lineup. They have really tough guys, so I knew it was going to be tough early on. It can be kind of hard to get the momentum swinging back in our direction after we lost the majority of the first matches there. So I knew I had to go out and kind of get the momentum coming back in our direction, and so I was really glad that I was able to go out and do that. And then again, guys stepped up after me and went out there and picked up some big wins. So even though we didn't win the duel, I thought that we wrestled really tough. There's some really close matches down low in the beginning of the match that I thought could have maybe went our way, but I think it's encouraging heading into Big Tens here. That a lot of those top guys are very beatable for some of our other guys, and we were able to go out there and compete hard against one of the best teams in the country.
Also cool to see Gable Steveson back in town this weekend. Do you ever think how cool it is that you were teammates for a long time with a guy who's considered by many to be the greatest of all time?
Yeah, it's pretty nuts. I never would have thought or dreamed of it. I grew up, like, obviously in high school watching Gable wrestle, and it was crazy to see the things that he did, and then obviously at the next level in college and in the Olympics. And he's a great teammate as well, so having him being able to support me and all the other guys on our team throughout college has been great. Obviously he's a great wrestler, but he's also a really good person too, so having him as a role model and in the room as well has been really helpful for me and then the rest of our guys. So it's been really cool to see obviously his accomplishments and getting to know him a little bit better.
Bailee, you come from a small town, just over 1,000 people, about an hour or so southeast of Minneapolis. What was life like growing up in Goodhue, Minnesota?
Well, there wasn't a whole lot to do. I grew up on a farm, so my dad, my uncle, and my grandpa all ran a dairy farm together. So I was really busy. I had 4 younger brothers, so we were always busy outside working. If we weren't doing sports, we wrestled and played football and baseball, but a lot of our other time was spent on the farm working. up early. We had to be up, 4:30 in the morning outside milking cows, and then again back in the afternoon doing the same thing. So it was long hours, but I think a lot of that, helped me with wrestling. Just discipline, having good work ethic. Those moments and memories, as a kid, being out there and with my family, working, and I think it's really shaped me into the person I am today. So I'm really thankful for my upbringing, even if it wasn't, maybe every kid's dream, but I really think it's helped me a lot.
Yeah, no question. That kind of discipline, what you need to do on the farm, certainly translates to what you need to do on the mat. Let me get you out of here on this one, because we hear it sometimes from people that have never really been on a farm. They look at a guy and say, well, he's from the rural area, he's from a farm, he must be farm strong. What does farm strong mean to somebody who actually knows what farm strong truly is?
I think, I guess maybe the best way I would put it is just being gritty, being tough, doing things when you don't want to do them, being disciplined. I think that's kind of how I look at it. It's maybe not always a physical strength, but more of like a mental strength. I know guys talk about, farm kids being physically tough, but I think the mental side of it is really big too. So I would say like a resilience, a grittiness. That's kind of my definition of farm tough.
Well, it's certainly serving you well right now. Bailee, Reilly, keep the roll going. We really appreciate you being with us. Minnesota's outstanding 174-pounder Bailee O'Reilly, this week's guest on Big Ten Wrestling and Beyond. Bailee, thanks for the time.
Yeah, thank you guys.
Coming up next, talking technique with Seth Gross, a 2-on-1 to the Gross kick. Exciting stuff. You love that move.
One of my favorites. That's why we call it the Gross kick here. But yep, 2-on-1. Get that guy's leg out from under him, get a quick takedown.
Check out this technique. It's next here on Big Ten Wrestling and Beyond.
Earlier this year, we debuted everyone's favorite new segment, Tough Wrestling. But as every wrestling fan knows, you can't go to the same move over and over again and expect your opponent to still be surprised. So it's time for something else new. As for the very first time in the history of this show, we go on campus. It's a segment called Talkin' Technique.
Shane Sparks here in the Badger Wrestling Room, talking technique with Seth Gross, national champion. This move, Seth, is one you love. It's a 2-on-1 to a mule kick, but you hit this a ton. It's going to be a 2-on-1 to a Gross kick. We're renaming this.
Yep.
When did you first learn this move?
Man, to be honest with you, I was a big 2-on-1 guy, and I was just sick and tired of guys. They were circling away, pushing on my head, and I was losing it and not scoring on it, but I knew there was something, I could do from here. So I just kind of started playing around it in the wrestling room, probably early on in college, first couple years, and I started trying, just throwing my leg in from out here, pulling a guy in, and developed it, and then probably my sophomore year in college, I started hitting on everyone, and as I got better, I developed, it's when I hit at Worlds, it's when I hit all throughout nationals, but very effective, because this is the position where guys that are clearing 2-on-1 think they're good. They think they're cleared out, they're out of the woods, that you're not gonna score, and that's where you kind of sting them with it.
Awesome. Here we go.
So we'll break it down. First, I want to talk about getting to this 2-on-1. This is a big thing that I think is super important. A lot of people try to grab it, pull it over, right, and then try to do all the work with their hands. We're going to do the work with our feet. He posts. All I'm going to do is slide this in front of my chest, and I'm going to jump in tight. All right, that's all I have to do to get to my 2-on-1. It's really quick, boom, and I jump in. Now, if I'm here, right, there's a lot of offense, but most times guys immediately push on this head and they're circling away. Once they do that, right, it's hard for me to think leg attack, right? I can't get to that leg, I can't get to that leg, right? Some guys like posting, we can maybe do that, but what we're gonna do instead is called the mule kick, now the Gross kick, but it's right here, I give this guy space. I'm not trying to pull this in yet, and I'm gonna time it. Once I give him space, he thinks he's good, I'm gonna pull this towards me, and I'm gonna get his foot stepping. So I pull him in, right there, that leg steps towards me. Now, as I do this, it's gonna be kind of simultaneously. As I pull that in, at the same time, I'm gonna kind of show you guys the footwork. This foot's gonna step in, and then I'm gonna turn, and I'm gonna point the same way he's looking, and I'm gonna kick high, right? And my goal is to kick this guy's leg up in the air, just like that, okay? So what it'll look like, I got my 2-on-1 right here. I pull, I step this in, and I'm gonna kick this leg high, and as I do this, I'm gonna pull him down this way. right? And a lot of times we can pull him down to his back or a belly out, we'll get our 2, but regardless, if we pull and kick, right, we're gonna get our takedown.
So what do people do, Seth? Some of the basic details here where somebody might not be doing something right. What's most critical right here?
Right, the biggest thing people do is they just try to throw the leg in, like this, right? Now you stand tall on me, right, you're gonna get out of that position. I gotta pull you down and I gotta kick your leg out. If I just try to throw this in, you're not going anywhere, right? I gotta get that leg out from under the guy.
So this is one of those moves, Seth, 100% conviction. I
All
mean, you
in.
can't go half in.
Yeah, you go 50% in this, they're gonna stay standing, they might even sneak your legs, get to some of their own offense. So go all out with this, 2-on-1, I'm here, boom, boom, right there. And like I said, sometimes they'll end up right on their back, other times, right, they stay up a little bit, we still got our leg in on the side, we'll just drive through them. So that's our 2-on-1 right there to the gross kick. Like I said, this is one of my favorite ones to hit because it's that split second where the guy thinks he's out of the woods. Not getting scored on boom, you hit this, they're falling over.
Fantastic stuff from Seth Gross, talking technique. That's when to watch. Great job.
Shane, Seth, thank you. You recall a year ago, we told you that the Iowa Girls High School Wrestling Tournament would officially be sanctioned this year by the Iowa High School Association. Well, everybody was ready for girls wrestling because a sellout crowd showed up to watch, more than 5,000 people, and great timing as it coincided with National Girls and Women in Sports Day, the first of many to come. Congratulations to all the wrestlers and the Iowa High School Athletic Association for sponsoring such a magnificent event. Everybody was into that kind of thing. One final break here on Big Ten Wrestling and Beyond. Don't worry, you thought we weren't going to give you tough wrestling, but we are, and it's coming up in mere moments. We promised tough wrestling. Here it is. Michigan State, Illinois, Cam Caffey, best hair in the Big Ten, taking on Zach Bronigal. These two, Shane, very familiar with each other.
Yeah, this is the 4th time they've wrestled in their career. I love this from Zach Bronigal. Sometimes it's the mental toughness. You got to be convicted in your shot. That's exactly what he does. It's tough taking Caffey down. It's a 2-1 match. This is tough wrestling from both guys. Right there on the edge. 15 seconds. Always talk about those short time scores. Bronigal was looking for another takedown, but great defense from Caffey. Keeps it a 1-point match. And here is when it started to get a little bit crazy in this 3rd period. I applaud both these guys. They let it go. Final 40 seconds. Bronigal looking for that final takedown to really put a cherry on top and ice this. But this is where Cam Caffey is on another level. He is so tough to take down. Look at Bronigal right there. Staying patient. Goes for a Rick, but he can't quite get it.
Just misses that back ankle. I have no idea how Caffey did not give up those two.
Final 20 seconds. Here's Caffey with an opportunity. He dumps Bronigal down. Caffey takes the lead. He's up by 1. 15 seconds left. Bronigal, good elevator technique right there to tie it. And then Caffey comes back in the final seconds and gets the takedown. He wins it 6-4. That was a great match. Congratulations to both those guys. Tough wrestling from both Caffey and Bronigal. The Spartan gets his arm raised.
Unbelievable stuff. Cam Caffey, where was that for the first 6 minutes of the match? But he's a guy who always shows up during tournament time. And as you've heard throughout the show, tournament time is fast approaching. For Shane Sparks, I'm Rick Pizzo. Don't forget, coming up, awesome doubleheader this weekend. Ohio State, Nebraska, then Iowa, Michigan. Until then, enjoy the wrestling week.